Hello fellow collectors, Frank M. TTM here, back with another TTM Success video. I got 4 today to share with you, 4 TTM. I got them in the box on Saturday. I'm trying to do 4 at a time. Just to remind you here, some ask me, where do I get these addresses? I get these addresses for these players at sportscardforum.com, and that's completely free. You just need to sign up on the site, or sportscollectors.net, and that requires there's a free version, but there's a $15 a year version, which gives you full access to all the info on the site. I do prefer sportscollectors.net, but sportsforum.com is where I started, and it has lots of great addresses there too, so check them out. Anyway, no further ado, let's get to some TTM here. Let's get right at it. First in the box, we have a 1-for-1 in 14 days, no fee, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure why I was returned to sender. No problems with the addresses. One of those weird TTM things. But either way, I got it back, which is what counts. We have Mr. Don Shula on this 1962 Topps Rookie Cup card. And looked like a black ballpoint pen, and we do have a few questions that he answered that I will get to in just a moment. This is Donald Bernard Shula, born March 2nd, 1936 in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. He's 85 years young. He went to the University of Oklahoma on a basketball scholarship, where the All-Big 8 56-57 star led the Spooners over Wilt Chamberlain's Kansas Jayhawks. The Rice outscored and out-rebounded Wilt the Stilt. So the big Hall of Famer, NBA Hall of Famer, he outscored and out-rebounded in that game. Yet, as good as he was in basketball, young Don was even better at baseball, to the point that the basketball coach had to hide him from baseball scouts. The Boston Red Sox signed him as an amateur free agent with a $65,000 bonus before the 1958 season. Shula was a 6'6", 200-pound, right-handed throwing pitcher. Served as a reliever and starter during his career. He played during 7 seasons in the majors, 1961 to 67, with my home team, Boston Red Sox, for 2 seasons. Played 3.5 seasons with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Played a half season plus with the Atlanta Braves to round out his career in 66 and 67. Mr. Shula was the 1961 Rookie of the Year with the Red Sox. As a starter, he went 15-7 with a 3.22 ERA in 25 starts. And he was also selected to his one and only All-Star game that year, pitching 3 innings for the American League while allowing 1 run. Don's rookie season ended on a historic, if not pleasant, note. On September 23rd, 1961, in his first at-bat of the day against Shula, the Mickey Mantle hit his 54th and final home run of the year. And that's a historic 61 season where Roger Maris beat the record, Babe Ruth's record, and Mick was on the run as well, and he ended up at 54. After falling into a sophomore slump with the Red Sox in 62, he was traded to the Pirates, where he recorded a career-best 2.92 ERA, pitching in relief while winning 9 games in 1965. Shula was a career 49-48 with a 3.72 ERA, making 172 appearances as a pitcher, 103 of them starts, with 18 complete games and 5 shutouts. And he did answer a few questions here. Who was your favorite teammate? A great pitcher for the Red Sox, Dick Raddatz. Tougher batter he struck out the great Willie Mays, and his favorite player is Ted Williams. Thank you so much, Mr. Shula. Next in the box, we have a 2-for-1 in 10 days, no fee, out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We have Mr. Don Dimita on this 1961 Topps in black ballpoint pen. He did answer 3 questions, which I'll get to in a moment. And he also enclosed this testimonial card, Republic of Texas, a $1 million Treasury Department. And I'll give you a look here. So he signed that as well. ballpoint pen. If you want to read that, you're welcome to pause the video. So, I'll put that right over there so you can see the autograph. Oh, if I can. If not, that's fine. There we go. We have Donald Lee Dimita, born June 25th, 1935 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He is 85 years young. Dimita attended Capitol High School in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where he was one of 11 players that signed MLB teams at that high school. A lot of good talent came out of there. Dimita, a center fielder in high school, was signed as an amateur free agent with the Brooklyn Dodgers before the 1953 season for an $800 bonus. Dimita was a 6'4", 190-pound right-handed bat and throw-in, mostly outfielder, though he played third and first as well. He played 11 seasons in the majors, 1956 to 67. He started off with the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1956. He had 3 at-bats for them, then spent 3.5 seasons with the Los Angeles Dodgers when they transferred over there. Spent another more than 2.5 seasons with the Philadelphia Phillies. Spent 2.5 seasons with the Detroit Tigers, and about 1 season with my home team, Boston Red Sox, and spent about a half a season around his career in 67, the Cleveland Indians. He made his major league debut on September 18, 1956, with the Dodgers at Ebbets Field. He struck out in a pinch hit appearance that day. Said he didn't even take a swing. And the next day, he took a pitch. His first swing was a home run. And he joked around, that put me in the Ebbets Hall of Fame because I have a 500 batting average there. Indeed, he actually was inducted into the Brooklyn Dodgers Hall of Fame in 1999. Don finished his season going just 1 for 3. The Brooklyn Dodgers went on to capture their second consecutive National League crown that year. He spent the entire 57 season in the minor, fit a stint in with the U.S. Army between seasons. Thank you for your service, Mr. Dimita. And was back with the Dodgers in 58 after he moved to L.A. and helped them win the National League pennant and the World Series in 59, hitting 18 dingers that season, his first full season. He was traded from the Dodgers to Philly in the May of 61. His finest season came in 1962 with the Philadelphia Phillies. He hit .307 with 29 homers and 107 RBIs. And he traveled to Japan in that offseason with Bobby Richardson of the Yankees to spread the gospel. And while he was with the Phillies, he started a streak of 266 games without an error. He did not make another error until July of 1965 with the Tigers. He was traded to my Red Sox from the Tigers in June of 66. He was part of the impossible dream team of 67, but he was traded to the Cleveland Indians on June 4th for pitcher Gary Bell. He was disappointed to leave the Red Sox, but he said the team was better with Gary Bell, who went on to pitch very well for them, won 12 games for them. And he would always see Gary Bell at golf tournaments, and he says to Bell, I don't think he would have won without you. He helped him far more. He would always show Dimita his World Series ring and tell us, that's yours as well. He retired with the Indians in the 67 season. Dimita was a career .265 hitter with 163 home runs and 563 RBIs and 3,443 career at-bats. So, thank you so much, Mr. Dimita. I do appreciate you signing my card, and the testimonial card as well. I do appreciate it. And also add here, he did answer 3 questions. I forgot to answer those. I asked him, who was your favorite teammate? That's Dave Wickersham. He was a teammate with him with the Tigers. The toughest pitch he had a home run off of. He had a long ball off of the great Sandy Koufax. Do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do? He likes to woodwork. Pretty cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Dimita. I do appreciate it. Next in the box, we have a 1-for-1 in 14 days. No fee out of Lexington, Kentucky. We have Mr. As you see there, you put a little sticker there. His name, you might have already seen it, Mr. Nelson Chittum. I think it's Chittum. This is on the 1960 Topps, and another black ballpoint pen. I love it. These old-timers signing the ballpoint pen. I do like ballpoint pen signs. He did ask a few questions, which I'll get to in just a moment. This is Nelson Boyd Chittenden, born March 25th, 1933 in Harrisburg, Virginia. He's 87 years young. He grew up in Ashby, Virginia. Stand-up pitcher in high school. He went to college 2 years at Elizabeth College before being signed as an amateur free agent by the St. Louis Cardinals in October 1953 with a $250 a month bonus. After signing with the Cards, he served 2 years in the U.S. Army and was stationed in Germantown, Pennsylvania, playing semi-pro baseball in York County during the summers. So thank you so much for your service for our country, Mr. Chittenden. I do appreciate it. He started his minor league career with the Cardinals in '56. Chittenden was a 6'1", 180-pound right-handed throw-in bat-and pitcher that played parts of 3 seasons, 1958 to 1960 in the majors, with 1 season with the St. Louis Cardinals and 2 seasons with my home team, Boston Red Sox. In 40 total major league pitching appearances, he had 2 of them starts. He had a 3.84 ERA, walking 24 and striking out 30, 68 innings. His best of his seasons came with the Red Sox in 1959, where he had a 1.19 ERA and 21 relief appearances. In 31 and a third innings pitch, he did not allow a home run and only allowed 4 extra base hits, all doubles. Also notable, he went 2 for 10 as a hitter with a double and 2 RBIs, and in the field handled 20 fielding chances without making an error. After the '60 season, he was traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers and finished off his pro career with 2 minor league seasons with the Dodgers and 2 seasons of minors with the Baltimore Orioles. And in all his seasons in the minors, he was 106 and 82 with a 3.64 ERA. After baseball, Mr. Chittenden worked for RCA, then a clothing store in Elizabethtown, ultimately settling in for working for the post office. Delivered your mail. After 2.5 years, he became a postal inspector and was stationed in several locations, the last 2 being Detroit and Nashville. He retired in Nashville and settled in retirement in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And he did answer a few questions here. Who was your favorite teammate? All? Most memorable game you pitch in? Every park. Do you have a favorite player nowadays? No? Pretty simple answers there, but that's okay. He enjoyed playing. Thank you very much, Mr. Chittenden. Do appreciate it. And here we go. Last, but certainly not least, we have a 1-for-1 in 11 days. This was for a $50 donation to a cancer society. I think it was Cancer Fund. This is out of Tampa, Florida. St. Petersburg, Florida. Dun, 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 dun. We have... Whoop. Get him out of there. Mr. Carlton Fisk. Shout out to Pick a Jim S, who gave me this card. And I said, I gotta get this signed. This is on his 1973 Rookie Cup card. Worth the $50 to me as a Red Sox fan here. This is Carlton Ernest Fisk, born December 26, 1947, in Bellow Falls, Vermont. He's 73 years young. He grew up in Charlestown, New Hampshire, a town less than 100 people. An interesting story, when his original Hall of Fame plaque was made with the words "Native of Vermont," Fisk insisted that his plaque be cast to reflect that he was raised in New Hampshire. And so he grew up in Charlestown, a small town. He grew up in a family with a lot of work ethic and a lot athletic talent. His father, Cecil, was an avid tennis player, a superb basketball player. His mother, Leona, was famous in her own right as a champion candlepin bowler and excelled softball and tennis as well. His 4 siblings as well were very talented athletes. In fact, the son who was destined for the Hall of Fame was not considered the most talented of the siblings. Carlton was chubby as a youngster, which is how he acquired the well-known nickname Pudge. I didn't even know that until I read that when I researched why he was called Pudge. He was pudgy. Young Carlton excelled in basketball, soccer, and basketball in high school, and accepted a basketball scholarship to the University of New Hampshire after high school. He was so good at basketball, his play in the 1965 high school basketball tournament in the Boston Garden drew the attention of Boston Celtics owner Walter Brown, who told the local reporter, "You have to tell me, who is that kid?" Fisk had 42 points and 38 rebounds in the 1965 state tournament semifinal loss to Hopkinton High School. Two of his baseball teammates were his brother, Calvin and Conrad, who were drafted by the Baltimore Orioles and Montreal Expos respectively, but never made it due to Calvin was drafted and inducted into the military service in Vietnam, and Conrad hurt his arm. He was a pitcher. In 1966, Carlton played collegiate summer ball in the Cape Cod Baseball League for the Orleans Cardinals. Shout out to George Collector, his Cape Cod Baseball League. In his sophomore year, the Red Sox drafted Carlton Fisk in the first round of the 1967 amateur draft. Carlton was 6'3", 200 pounds. He was a right-handed bat and throwing catcher. He was one of the greatest at his position. He played 24 seasons in the majors, 69 to 93. The first 11 with the Boston Red Sox, and the last 13 with the Chicago White Sox. With the Red Sox, he was a 1973 Rookie of the Year. Two Red Sox Rookie of the Years there in my return today. A season where he hit .293 with 22 dingers, 71 RBI, and 28 doubles, and league and 9 triples. Was selected as the first of his 11 All-Star games. He finished 4th in the MVP vote, and surprisingly, he had his one and only Gold Glove award at catcher. In 1974, in June, Fisk suffered a devastating knee injury when Leron Lee of the Cleveland Indians collided with him at home plate, tearing several knee ligaments. After undergoing reconstructed knee surgery, Fisk was told he would never play again. Yet, the backstop returned 12 months later in June of 1975 to help the Red Sox in their run for the American League pennant, and ultimately a World Series appearance against the Cincinnati Reds. In 79 games in 1975, he had a career-best .331 batting average with 10 dingers and 52 RBIs. Every baseball fan knows about the iconic image of Fisk jumping and waving the ball fair as he made his way to first in Game 6 of the 1975 World Series. So how it went, leading off the bottom of the 12th of that Game 6 at Fenway. The ball was heading to foul territory, it looked. He announces, "There it goes. A long drive if it stays fair. Home run," and the crowd goes wild. The ball struck the foul pole for a home run, giving the Red Sox a 7-6 win and forcing a 7th deciding game of the Fall Classic. That pole in left field was officially named the Fisk Pole in a ceremony in Fenway in 2005. His number 27 was retired by the Red Sox in 2000, and the same year he was inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame. And Fisk, a 3-time Silver Slugger at the catching position, was a career .269 hitter with 369 home runs, 421 doubles, 47 triples, and 1,330 RBI, and 8,756 career at-bats. And he was a pretty good speed as a catcher position. He stole 128 bases in his career. At the catcher position, he made 155 errors only, and for a .988 fielding percentage. He's 4th among 13 Hall of Fame catchers in fielding percentage, while he's first among those 13 in total games caught, at bats, hits, runs scored, and doubles, and second in home runs and putouts, and third in RBIs. So, thank you so much, Mr. Carlton Fisk, for this sign. I am so happy. One of my favorite signs that I've got so far. Love it in the Rookie Cup here, and thank you, Jim. Pick a Jim Mass for giving me this card so I could get it signed. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Fisk. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Don Dimita, Mr. Don Shaw, Mr. Carlton Pudge Fisk and Mr. Nelson Cheatham. Do appreciate you, son, taking your time and signing my cards. I thank you for joining me here and another TTM Success video. I hope you're all having a great day today, whenever and whatever you're watching it, that you're well. I want to just say take care. God bless and peace. Later.